Hey, what up, everybody? It's Rhett Weaver from Inchland, Utah. Just want to break down a little bit of stuff from last week, what's going on this week, and what we're kind of going to expect. Obviously, we made a huge announcement last week once the inflation report came out. It was spot on. We saw a really good tick in interest rates as far as falling, getting a little bit lower. There's a lot of stuff economically that I'm going to show you that is going to continue that trend downward. So obviously those people that are losing jobs, that's never great economically wise, but it's something that has to happen in order to kind of slow down inflation and everything that's going on here. If you can look right here, kind of in the background, this is just these are just some of the companies that have been laying people off or basically putting people on a freeze. So if you kind of go through this, these are some really big companies between, Twitter, Coinbase, Netflix, Shopify, Snap, everybody, Amazon, Apple, Google is putting people on freezes. Really, what this is stating right now is raising interest rates is now coming to an effect. What a lot of the Fed members, historically kind of look at is they just say, hey, well, the job report is still really good. But what's interesting is the unemployment rate just barely ticked up 0.2%. So now they're probably going to change their conversation because they kind of follow unemployment with inflation to try and control all of this. And so now that we see these companies laying off, a lot of people are putting people on higher freezes. Now we're going to see that unemployment rate really jump up, which really is just scaring the economy from purchasing items, which means inflation is now really going to start dropping. Interest rates are really going to start coming down. And one of the articles that you guys can click below is about what Walmart basically told all their suppliers that they're not going to overpay for their supply anymore. So that's really going to put some stress on the suppliers as far as what they can pay employees and what they can produce items for. And so we should continue to kind of see a downward trend in interest rates as this kind of report comes out. The Fed basically we're kind of expecting the Fed to raise interest rates again 50 basis points come in December. But that's awesome because what it's really stating is, stuff is getting under control, and we'll kind of see what happens with these recession talks. People are saying we're in one, people are saying that it's still to come. And so we'll kind of see how this plays out. But we do know one thing: when a recession happens, interest rates are going to fall. Do want to show you where the market's at right now as far as where interest rates, again, if this is your first time on here, green means interest rates are going lower. Red means interest rates are going up. What we're taking a look at right now is the mortgage-backed securities. Today we're up 9 basis points. We got an alert to lock, but really just because we're kind of playing with this threshold right here between the mortgage-backed securities and the 10-year treasury. So we figured stuff was going to bounce. We've got obviously this big window here of what's going to happen. We've got some really good stuff going on this week, some really good data. The biggest one is Friday's going to be the existing homes report, and that one's going to be really big as far as what's happening in as far as the economic side of stuff. So if you guys have any questions about any of this, really what we're trying to do is just show you the data, prove to you as far as what's been going on historically and what should be happening with inflation and why interest rates are going to continue to come down. But feel free to reach out anytime.